Yeah, my name is Charles Cox. I'm originally from Seattle, Washington, which is where I still live now. I work in tech. I work at HBO Max, helping them ship the very best streaming app on the planet. I'm going to say that I've always pushed real hard with my work and my career. Give me bigger problems, give me bigger things to solve. And what I began to notice was that I would run out of reserves. I would tackle tough problems. I'd do good, but I'd lose my energy. And there were times I couldn't focus. And so I felt like I needed to take command of that and be able to really build a stronger mental focus. And I felt that routine, regimen, getting the body in shape would be a great solution. I think it made it all the more important because we're all stuck at home with the pandemic. We're working from home, sitting in this chair all the time. And so I knew that I needed to change things up so that I could be sharp when I needed to be, on when I needed to be, and really level up to solve some of the difficult problems that we were facing.
Got it. And specifically, what were some of the pains and problems that not having the solution was causing you?
So I tend to think of it as it was like an unpredictability. I would feel awake and alert and ready to go sometimes. And other times I just didn't have the energy or the interest to solve problems. And I felt like that wasn't something that I couldn't rely on myself. I know I do a good job. I know I'm a smart guy and that's great, but I need to be able to rely on myself. I need to be able to rely on my ability to snap to it and get things done. If it's a long day, I need to be able to listen to my body and my mind and be able to know where I'm at and be able to really draw on those reserves in a reliable way. And I think it was, for me, it was just too random. I felt like if it was a good day, I was good. If it was a bad day, I was bad. And it just didn't sit right with me. I'm like, I gotta be able to get my way out of this and be reliably there for the people that rely on me and care about me.
I loved some of the initial talks that we would have about just really being able to focus on deep work. That was like one of the things you talked about a lot.
Yeah. And that was actually part of, so our investigation together, you and me, was actually part of a larger conversation I was having with myself and some other coaches around really wanting to structure my life to better engage in deep work. A lot of folks in tech, we feel like traffic cops, little 15-minute segments trying to fix one problem, get somebody over here, over there. And that can take your life, that can take over your life. That can be your entire existence. And I still had difficult problems to solve, problems that took hours. You really had to focus. And I wanted to make sure that I had a way that I built time for those. I was in the right mental space for those. I had the focus for those. And I really felt like getting the body in shape was a piece of the puzzle, but it was all this larger puzzle that I had to solve. And so when you and I had these discussions, I came with this map and I said, I'm trying to change my life. I need your help.
That was awesome. Awesome start. What were some of the frameworks or actions you had to take in order to get to where you are currently?
First of all, I really had to be thinking about time. I needed to split my day differently. I ended up thinking about my time not in terms of how much can I cram in a day, but when am I reserving the time for very key activities? When do I do my best work on my own? When do I do my best connecting with other people? When do I feel energy? And I needed a framework that worked with time. I needed a framework that worked with my body too. That was a big one for me because I tend to think of myself as just a brain in a jar. I don't think of myself as a body. And what I have learned so far is you can get away with that for a little while, but it's much better if you listen to your body. It has its own rhythms. It has its own patterns. And so I needed to, like I said, not only slice time, but I need to listen to my body as well. And I needed to fit the right activities for my right mental state my right best time of the day and really reserve time and focus. And that means being real deliberate. And that was a big change for me.
Are you currently on your fitness journey? Like what results physically, mentally do you feel like you've achieved?
I see sort of 3 categories of success so far. I think I'm 14 weeks into sort of the 16-week journey. I might be off by a week or 2, but we're sort of getting close to the end of phase 1. And I walked in at 200 pounds, low muscle, higher body fat percentage. I'm now down to 187.3. Super cool, unbelievable. We set a goal. I said I wanted to be able to do 1 full body push-up. It seemed impossible at the time. I'm able to do an entire set now. And we also said, let's get that stamina up. So I'm seeing being able to sustain an entire high impact 35-minute workout and none of this pausing for gasping breaths anymore, and being able to sustain this whole thing. The changes are great. I can prove my strength through these push-ups I couldn't do before. I can sustain a workout where I had to stop halfway through before. I've lost now, what is that going to be, 17 pounds. And I've seen my BMI go down from 25 to 23. And these are real changes. That's all to say, where am I on my fitness journey? Pretty close to the beginning. For a rookie, not bad, yeah. It's that you have more control than you think. Honestly, some of the stuff that I've done, carving out time, making sure that my environment is fit right for me, listening to my body, these are all things I've heard before from folks, but it didn't really click. I think I was always very skeptical. I've been in tech for a long time. Nah, that's not real. That's woo-woo stuff. All that matters is numbers and data. That's not true. You can affect your environment. You can change things. It's hard, but it's habits. You can change your habits. Over time, you're going to get different results. It sounds so intuitive, and yet it's so hard to accept. And it's proven out. I did make these changes. We did institute workout routines. I did carve out time for myself, and I'm getting better results. Committing to changing your habits, sticking through it, you have more control than you think you do.
I hope you enjoyed that video and you were excited, inspired, and motivated to take action steps towards your fitness journey and the goals you want to achieve. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do next. I want you to click the link attached to this post and book a free consultation call with me. During our consultation call, we'll discuss exactly why you're not seeing the results you want to see, and then we're going to lay out a plan and a path that will get you from where you are now to where you want to be as effectively as possible. Click the link, book the call, let's get it done. I'm excited to chat with you, and I'll talk to you soon.